What's cracking with you, YouTube? It's the King. Back with another video. And let's get into this shit. Now, we all know the NBA is coming back. Well, tentatively, that's what they said. So, maybe not. But with all of these meetings that the NBA has been having, with this whole pandemic, with COVID-19 and the NBA being shut down, they canceled the rest of the regular season. And now that they are, well, I shouldn't say they, now that we are finally coping with the coronavirus being out here, the NBA and other various sports have decided to come back and basically get the money. Now, there's still some players, still some teams that doesn't want the season to resume, and some players who decided to get off to get season-ending surgery not to play, like Joel Ingles, whose team is I think they in the 22-team playoff tournament system, I guess the NBA is running. But a lot of people want the season to just be canceled, but the NBA can't afford that. You know, they already lost $300 to $400 million from the GM of the Houston Rockets, David Mobley, tweeting about the protests going in Hong Kong, China, which, you know, kind of screwed everything up with the money from overseas with China. You know, their viewership, the TV money. You know what I'm saying? A lot of basketball fans in China, and they lost out on that money. And if the season gets canceled, the NBA can reportedly lose up to $1 billion in revenue. So they finally find a spot at, you know, Disney World in Florida is where they're supposed to have all of this stuff take place. All of the players right now are getting accommodated. Family members, you know, they're building up this list of how many people is going to be able to come out there. You know, only, you know, teams and family members. A lot of testing has to be done, and you know, you have some of these players out here that are protesting, like Russell Westbrook and DeMar DeRozan, and, you know, a lot of other basketball players that are out here protesting amongst the people who aren't practicing social distancing. So, you know, you got to worry about those players too. Family members that might be out there protesting. There's still a lot of players that just don't feel comfortable about playing in this 20-team tournament due to the George Floyd situation in Minneapolis, Minnesota. So you have those players plus COVID-19, and, you know, it's just a lot of guys are not really feeling the vibe of finishing the season. But it means a lot to LeBron James, and I really don't like making basketball videos because, you know, the NBA want to finish out this thing with LeBron James. He's pushing to get this season done. That should be an indicator right there to let you know who's going to win the damn championship if the season is resumed. I told y'all this a long time ago, man, that the LeBron James script is not done yet. Who knows if Anthony Davis signs a long-term deal? I'm hearing about Boogie Cousins. Is he going to be the last player that the Lakers bring to the roster to finish out this little 20-team tournament. And then, not only that, how many teams are going to be able to survive the grueling schedule that the NBA is mocking up right now? 4 games and 5 nights. Is Kawhi Leonard going to be able to load manage throughout all those games? It's going to be pretty impossible. It's going to be pretty impossible. And you got to think, a lot of these players didn't have no facilities where they could work out at. Some of them didn't even have courts where they could, shoot. I mean, some guys were going to their next door neighbor's house practicing on a kid's court. Like, dude, you ain't got no basketball court at your house. So, majority of the dudes have just been, doing a lot of cardio work. Some probably haven't been doing shit at all. So I do expect injuries to happen. It's going to be grueling. It's going to be brutal. They're even talking about shortening the season next year. So it could, kind of, be right on how they want it to be. Like, shorten the season. Next year's season will be shortened so they can start the season the following year at the right time. So it's going to be crazy how the NBA is going, get all this shit to come together and promote or put out a good product on TV without no fans. Now, I'm pretty sure some family members will be in the stands. You'll probably see some TV network people. It'll be people in the stands, but it ain't gonna be like an actual basketball game. I'm hearing that they talking about putting in NBA 2K20 crowd noise and doing some kind of animation type opening of the games. I mean, if you think about it, we're probably going to be seeing about 5 games a day. So probably like 3 to 5 games a day will be played under this scheduling that they trying to do, to resume the season. But I just expect some injuries to happen. Who knows if there might be a small coronavirus outbreak throughout the whole tournament. I mean, they after every practice they have to come out there and disinfect the basketball courts, the floor. It's just so many things you have to bring into this new way of living. Nothing's normal anymore, especially with sports. Sports is definitely, COVID-19 has definitely changed the way we play sports and the way we will have to view sports for a while. So the NBA has its hands full, but of course Adam Silver and his team and LeBron James and his team will probably figure out a way to get this thing accomplished. Time is running out for LeBron James to compete for championships, and LeBall is going to do everything in his power to try to three-peat. So with that being said, man, that's just a small little update up on the NBA news. Really don't do too many NBA videos because I already know what's going to happen. So Laker fans, if you out there, you will see the best of LeBron James. That's all I'm going to say about that. With that being said, man, shout out to the subscribers. I'm tired of shit out here in hot-ass Arizona, and I'm out.